Okay, so there's my butterfly knives just ready to go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hi guys, so Steve Newby again, 40 years with the British Kung Fu Association. I'm doing a reaction video with Jake Mace. Now, if you haven't watched YouTube, then you just don't know who Jake Mace is. That you must be living in you know, some island somewhere, because he is a complete and utter travesty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be viewing him doing the butterfly knives today. So he's in his backyard and he's demonstrating a form that he's made up, obviously made up, using the butterfly knives. So, and it's so much fun to watch. It's unbelievable. So I'm just going to critique it technically as it goes through the movements. So here we go.
The choreographed Tao Lu or kata of the butterfly sword, so that we may prepare ourselves combatively in a future video lesson. Hold your swords here on your left arm with the dull edge facing toward your skin, the sharp edge facing the heavens, and bow for respect. From there, step to the right and take the right hand and move it past the right knee this way. Then I want you to circle the left hand over the top, hold it by your hip, and pose the right hand on top of the head with all the weight back.
He's got to stop it there. Got to stop it there.
Straight kick with the right leg. Okay,
so he's got butterfly knives in his hand, so he decides to do a kick without any butterflies. You know, he's still got the butterflies, you know, folded in his hands, and decides to do a kick. And now he's going to grab the butterfly knives. This is going to be it's going to be so exciting. I love Jake Mace.
Into your right hand.
Right, here we are. Whoa!
Cutting over the top.
Stop. I've stopped it because you see the two butterfly knives have landed directly, but they're like scissors. They look like scissors because they're not even together. They're just, and they're too small for him anyway, but you know, everyone to their own. Okay, so let's just see how he separates them.
The immortal points the way.
Okay.
And pull the swords
he hasn't even. You can see that there's. You can see that they're like scissors. I got. Okay, so there's my butterfly knives just ready to go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. Oh, I got my butterfly knives. Hang on. I got my butterfly knives, but I'm going to stick my two fingers up to you anyway. Right there. Which has absolutely nothing to do with butterfly knives, incidentally. And this represents the scabbard of a gin, of a sword, double-bladed sword. So you just don't, you wouldn't be doing that in a butterfly knife form. Butterfly knives are traditionally kind of they're kind of revolutionary tools, if you like, or you know, criminal kind of weapons that you can hide. Right.
Now throw the outside sword of the right hand into the left hand.
No.
And we go cut one left, two right, three left, four right.
This much. That's genuine. I got to throw it in the air and then catch it in the middle of a fight, and hopefully catch it. That's if someone doesn't see me do it and just whacks it out the air with his stick or whatever he's got. Moron. Jesus Christ. You've got to watch. No, before I go on, do not click on Jake Mace, because he does this. I think he does this on purpose. He knows his absolute crap. He knows his junk. He knows he's got. I'm sure he doesn't realise. I'm sure he doesn't think that he's got any skill whatsoever. I think he's a really good businessman. I think he's got a great sense of finance. If he can get people to watch his video, because everyone looks at it and goes, God almighty, go take a look at him. He makes money every time. He makes money every time. You're giving him money every time you look at him. Never click on Jake Mace. Right, let's just watch what he does after this. He's separated them now.
We go cut underneath.
Okay, so he's cutting them completely separate, so they don't protect each other.
With that jabbing slash.
Jabbing slash.
Cut over the top. Again.
Okay, so my blade is that long, okay? That long, but instead of using and stabbing it out that way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it against you like this, and then I'm going to push the other one underneath like this. So I'm pushing it against you, and that's a cut, okay? Instead of me cutting with it, instead of me chopping it down, and instead of me stabbing, I'm going to push it to you. And then I'm keeping the other one completely separate because it's completely useless. So then I'm going to push that one. So I've got two knives, but I'm only using one at a time, when I could be using two. I could be using two that way, I could be using two that way, and so on and so forth. So this is so hilarious. Yeah. I love him. I love him.
Over the top again. Underneath again. From here, step back and block inward with the slashing motion, both swords working together. Then I look toward you.
Wait, hang on, stop him. He's slashing down, right? So he's attacking you like this, and now he's blocking like this. So he's actually cutting with the block, but attacking like this. Okay, I'm moving on.
Guys, you're my opponent this time. Cut
I'm his
right.
opponent this time. Okay, just at that point now. One sword is back here, the other one's cut here. So what do I do now? Now you're going to stab me. What am I going to do? Right? At that point in time now I'm stuffed. I don't want to pick them up again. I mean, I'm obviously, I'm outclassed with this guy, I really am.
2 left, 3 right, 4 left, and then again come at you. Under, over, over.
Stop! Jesus! Ah! Ah! Ha ha! What's happened to the point and the? What can't you cut with it? Why can't it? What he's doing this every time he attacks?
Under. Then from here, I step back and I cut 1. Step back again.
Why'd you? Hang on. I've stopped it. Why are you pushing out and then you're stepping back and cutting backwards? Right? Why is it cutting backwards? I mean, surely he's just attacked someone pushing forwards. This is something he's just made up, this set. He's just made it up. I bet you he couldn't remember this once he's finished this video. Okay, I'm going on now.
Then come to horse stance. Slash
Cut
both
2.
downward this way. And then from here, thrust the left one straight, shifting into a right.
I've stopped it because he's in a horse riding stance in the middle of a knife fight. So he's stabbed out with the left hand. And no doubt now he's going to stab out with the right. So basically using the butterfly knives are totally separate to each other. Whereas so he can't make a big weapon out of 2 weapons. he hasn't got a clue how to use them, that's for sure. He couldn't separate them for one, and now he can't use them at all. So let's just move on.
Side bow.
What's he doing
Hook
now?
out with the butterfly sword with the chamber. So it's a thrust, hook. Shift again. Thrust, hook. Shift again. Thrust, hook. Shift the fourth time. Thrust, hook. From there, I move my weight back to horse stance block with both swords inward.
Okay, let me just
Thrust
stop
both
a
swords
second.
forward.
I gotta stop it. I gotta do this with me knife. Thrust. Obviously, I don't want to be breaking the thing. I don't want to break the thing. Thrust. I'm supposed to block something like that. Okay? Whatever happened to that or that or that, like a sword? Yeah? I mean, you don't have to do that. What do you do that for? What's the point? What's the point in that? One. You do that, you bring that back to do that. By the time you've done that, the other guy stabbed you. Right? So if someone's going to attack you, and you got your thing out like that, wouldn't it be easy just to cover it? Yeah? To cover it. To cover it. And if he's going that way, yeah, that'll stop. Maybe. If you're lucky. Keep it out there, you might be alright. I love Jake Mace. Right, I'm
and
on
then from
again.
there, block downward into a horse stance here. Then a crazy, insane cut of rapid 4 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we go the other direction. We block inside to the right. And
That was just crazy, insane, and 4 strikes. Not one of the blades actually reached anyone. Okay. Normally, by the way, these would normally be held like so. Okay, if just for the record. Okay, but as I pick them up, I'm not standing up and doing anything with them, so I'm picking them up as they are together, like so, because they are loving couple swords and they're in one scabbard. So they go in a scabbard, come out like that. So when I'm showing you things, I'm just simply taking them apart like that. Obviously, normally they would begin like so, and then I would be able to separate them. Okay, and then that one becomes like that, and that one is out. Okay. So insanely, and it is insane, I'm going to go like this with them. I'm not going to cut with it. I'm not going to cut with it. I'm not going to cut. You know, cut. I'm sorry, I've got no room here. I'm not going to be farting around with it. So, yeah, I'm not literally going to cut with the sword. I'm going to just do that with the sword. I haven't seen him, apart from blocking once, I haven't seen him actually use the blades at all. And just, I cannot, maybe he's frightened of them. They're aluminium after all. You know, he could get aluminium poisoning if he catches himself. Yeah.
And then thrust
If
with the
we're
right
lucky.
hand first. Hook out. Left hand next. Hook out. Right hand third. Hook out. Left
We
hand
stabbed?
fourth.
Oh.
Hook out. From here, both swords cut back. Thrust both swords forward. And again block it down into a horse stance. Then we go right, left, down again. Step back with your left leg and block cut this way. Look at how my right hand is blocking an attack. My left hand is doing a sneaky cut underneath. Then step forward, both swords cut out together, attacking, trying to get into the neck region. From there, 2 blocks, step back. 1 block, sneaky cut. Second step, block cut combination. Now attack again with both swords.
Really?
Now step back 4 times. 1, 2, 3.
I got to stop it at that point because, you know, if you're trying to block something that's coming at you and your blade is only this long and you've got your block there, then why haven't you gone all the way out? Why don't you just block it like that? And I have to pause for a breath with this guy because I mean, I'm sure lots of people have done, you know, reaction videos to Jake Mace. Jake Mace is probably one of the most, I'm not going to say despised, because he looks like he looks like a nice guy. He's just a complete wally. He has no idea what, and I don't do whatever, I don't think he does a martial art, but I don't know what martial art he's ever learned. Now looking at him, he's quite physically capable, he's quite physically fit, he's got good stances, he's got good horse riding stances, he can stretch really well. But what comes out of his mouth may as well come out of his arse, because he's an absolute when it comes to martial arts. He'd make a really good personal trainer, I think. And I think he should stick to it, because there's no way on earth he has a clue what he's talking about in martial arts. But I think he is really going to do well on YouTube, because everyone's going to be going, have you seen that dick? Right, I'm going. I'm on now.
4. From here, thrust with the lead hand. Step forward. Chop and slice somebody over the top where the neck and shoulder meet with the left hand.
Oh,
4 more steps.
He made the error, the usual error. Okay, so he blocked with it, and then he straight away pulls it back to go forward. So he's dead already. You know, you could get him with a pole. You could get him with a spear. Get him with a single sword. You could easily kill him with a single sword. He's got 2 swords there, and maybe if you just use a dagger, you could probably kill him, because he's got absolutely no concept of what those swords can do or what they're about. Sad guy, it really is. Yeah. Okay, I'm going again.
Back. 1,
So
2, 3, 4. From here, thrust left. Step forward over the top. Slash in.
where do you, hang
shoulder
on.
4 more.
Stop there. Thrust with the lead hand. He's thrusted with the lead hand. It's going right over the top of his head. So who's up there? Unless he's fighting in Land of the Giants and getting him in the groin, there's no way on earth there's anything up there anyway. Oh, God. He's on his second left stab. Let's move on.
4 steps back. 1, 2, 3.
Really?
4. From here, look to my right 45 degrees. Push 1. From there, step forward. Push 2. Block the weapon low. Try to get me in the knee.
Brought it back
You
again.
can't do that to me. I have butterfly swords. Block down. Retreat into monkey. Block past the knee and cut. Then from there, step back.
He likes this stepping back. And every time he steps back, there's a massive gap between his movements, which leads to believe he absolutely has no idea of what he's doing, and he's either Taekwondo based or karate based, and he's claiming to know Kung Fu.
4 times. 1, 2, 3.
I can see why he's doing it in an alleyway now. He's nearly at the end of the alleyway in this set.
Block that guy again. He didn't learn.
This set probably takes about 3/4 of an acre to do.
And 3 more retreats. 1, 2, 3.
He's
The
going
reason
back
for
again.
3
Yeah.
is because that ends. that
So far, he's
sequence.
gone back
After
2
that,
neighbours'
we come
houses.
Down to horse, slice with both hands down, blocking low, and we stay in the horse for at least 5 minutes with the legs flat to work on our conditioning.
Oh shit, okay, let's stop. So in this form, using the swords, he's going to sit in the horse riding stance for 5 minutes, which completely, takes away the whole concept of training that weapon. Instead of just doing a horse exercise like for 5 minutes before you pick up the swords, he's doing it in the middle of his sword set. I suppose that 5 minutes, that will give him enough time to think about what to do next, because after all, he needs to rest. He's got to get back to his house. Jesus H. Christ. Let's play it. Right. Oh, he's finished. Crap. So that's Jake Mace with his butterfly knives. and of course his meditation in the middle of the set. He's visited his neighbours. He's had to take a walk back to his house because there's no end to the set apparently. Just throwing his weapons around with absolutely no idea of which direction he's going to go next. You can see that without saying, but let's see what we can do next.